The property is a mess. What now? My step-by-step probate process for executors. One of the most common situations in probate is also one of the most overwhelming. A loved one has passed away, the family is grieving, and the home they left behind is filled with a lifetime of belongings. Sometimes it is cluttered, sometimes it is in poor condition, and sometimes it is just too emotional to face. Yet the executor is told that it is their job to get the property ready for sale. That can feel like an impossible task. Attorneys often get the first call. Clients ask what to do with the furniture, whether the garage needs to be cleared, or if it is worth cleaning before the home goes on the market. Executors, on the other hand, often find themselves staring at a property that feels overwhelming and do not know where to begin. This is where I come in. As a certified probate real estate specialist, I do not hand the family a long list of chores and leave them to figure it out. I take ownership of the real estate process and guide everyone through it step by step. That way, the home can be prepared without confusion delays or extra stress. Here is my probate process for messy properties, explained step by step. Step 1. I visit the property myself. The first step is always to see the property in person. I never rely on assumptions or second-hand descriptions. Every home is different, and until I walk through it myself, I cannot know what is truly needed. I tour the property, take photos, and make detailed notes. I look at the overall condition, identify problem areas, and evaluate what will need to be done before listing. There is no judgment and no pressure during this step. It is simply about gaining clarity and understanding exactly what we are dealing with. For families, this visit often provides the first sense of relief. Instead of staring at a daunting task, they know someone is taking control and forming a plan. Step 2. I break it down into actionable pieces. Most executors freeze because the property feels too big to handle. They do not know if they need a full cleanout, light repairs, or just a few items removed. The thought of tackling everything at once feels overwhelming. This is where I create a clear and simple plan. I break the process into actionable steps and explain what is truly required to move forward. If the home only needs a few items cleared out, I say so. If there are deeper issues like mold hoarding or major damage, I explain what needs to happen without drowning anyone in details. The goal is to make the next step obvious and achievable. No endless to-do lists, no guessing, just a straightforward plan that removes the burden from the executor. Step 3. I bring in the right vendors. Once the plan is in place, it is time to take action. This is where many executors and attorneys get stuck. They know what needs to be done, but they do not know who to call. Should they hire a hauler, a junk removal service, a contractor? And how can they be sure they are working with vendors who understand probate and move quickly? I solve this by handling all vendor coordination. I work with reliable cleanout crews, locksmiths, haulers, cleaners, and contractors who have experience in probate cases. I negotiate fair pricing, oversee their work, and make sure everything is done on schedule. This saves attorneys from becoming property managers and frees executors from spending hours searching Yelp or calling strangers. Instead, everything is handled by one person with a trusted network. Step 4. I keep the family informed. One of the biggest stress points in probate is poor communication. Families often feel left in the dark, attorneys get flooded with questions, and executors struggle to keep everyone updated. I address this by keeping communication simple and clear. I provide regular updates with status reports, photos, and next steps. The executor always knows what has been done and what comes next. When necessary, I also loop in the attorney, so everyone remains on the same page. No long email chains, no confusing back and forth, just clean communication that reduces stress and keeps trust intact. Step 5. I prep the property to show and sell. Once the property is cleared and cleaned, it is time to prepare it for sale. This step varies depending on the situation. Some homes are best sold as is to move quickly and avoid further costs. Others may benefit from minor improvements that increase value. I arrange professional photos, handle disclosures, and position the home to attract serious buyers. My focus is always on balancing speed with value. Executors and attorneys appreciate this because it reduces the risk of a long market delay while still ensuring the estate gets the best possible financial outcome. When done right, this step transforms a messy, overwhelming property into a market-ready home that sells smoothly. The bottom line: when a property is a mess, it can stop the probate process in its tracks. Families feel overwhelmed, executors feel pressured, and attorneys are left fielding calls that are not part of their legal work. But it does not have to be that way. With the right probate-trained real estate partner, even the most cluttered or damaged property can be handled step by step. I do not leave families guessing what to do with a lifetime of belongings. I do not expect attorneys to act as project managers. And I do not allow executors to feel like they are failing because the home is not perfect. Instead, I provide a structured, compassionate, and professional process that gets the property ready for sale without delays or added stress. If the property is cluttered, in poor shape, or simply too emotional to face, I will take it from here. I will coordinate vendors, keep everyone informed, and make sure the home is prepared to sell for its best value. Frequently asked questions. What should I do first if the probate property is full of belongings? The first step is to assess the home and understand its condition. A probate-trained real estate specialist can guide you through whether you need a full cleanout, partial cleanout, or simple preparation. Do I need to renovate the property before selling it in probate? Not always. Many probate properties sell as is. However, small improvements can sometimes raise the sale price. A probate real estate expert can advise on the best approach based on market conditions. How long does it take to prepare a messy probate property for sale? It depends on the size of the property and the condition. With the right vendors and coordination, many homes can be cleared and prepared in weeks instead of months. Let us take the burden off your plate. Probate is hard enough without messy properties slowing everything down. Executors should not feel overwhelmed, attorneys should not be stuck coordinating cleanouts, and families should not be left guessing what to do. At 833probate.com, we specialize in probate, trust, and conservatorship real estate sales. If you are an executor or attorney facing a difficult property, let us take that burden off your shoulders. With a clear step-by-step process, professional vendors, and compassionate guidance, we will get the property ready to sell and move your case forward. Simply scan the QR code to get started, or contact us today at 833probate. That's 833-776-2243. Visit 833probate.com or email info@833probate.com. Contact us today at 833probate for a free, no obligation consultation.